Excuse me, love. I hope I'm not disturbing you at such a late hour. I just happened to notice that the torches were still lit outside of the shop. You don't happen to be open this late into the night, do you? Oh, you stay up through the night. Well, that's good to know. Most stores around this area shut down once the sun begins to set, but I'm a bit of a night owl, I suppose you would call it. So having a shop that stays open so late could be quite a nice thing for me. This is quite an exquisite establishment you have to yourself here. Might I ask what your method of business is? What do I mean? Well, some shops only accept gold or silver as forms of payment, while others are a bit more lenient. They may be willing to trade with weary travelers for goods and services. So, which sort of shop are you? The pure gold and silver type, or the latter? I see. Well, why don't I at least show you what I have to offer? I mean, it doesn't hurt to take a look before rejecting me, does it? Let's see here. Ah, yes. A foldable fishing pole. I'm not much of a fisherman myself, but I'm sure if the right person had this pole, they could get the money's worth out of it. Alright, well, I have quite the assortment of different ingredients. Some red mushrooms, walnuts, which I've already taken the time to crack, pecans, also already cracked. Not interested in any ingredients. Well, I have a variety of tools as well. Knives, daggers, even a hatchet or two. Sure, they're a bit rusty, but... I see. Well, I assume you wouldn't be interested in an insect catching net either, would you? What would you use it for? Well, catching insects, of course. Alright. So you're not interested in any of that stuff, are you? I can't blame ya. It's just some junk I collected while traveling. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this, but I do have one more item, and it's not some rusty blade or useless net. This is something I feel you may actually be interested in, but I must say, it's going to cost you. It'll be quite a pretty penny, in fact. What is it, you ask? I suppose I should just get on with it. Here we are. A ring. This isn't just any old golden ring. This ring is special. Here, look closely. See the inscriptions written across it? Those inscriptions are the mark of Sir Preston of the North, the finest blacksmith and sorcerer of all the land. This ring can give you an extraordinary ability. Do you mind if I demonstrate? Well, right now, you can see me, correct? I'm as real as the ground beneath my feet, or as the walls which surround us. But if I slip this ring on... Where did I go? That's the beauty of it. I'll go ahead and remove the ring now. There we are. Invisibility. That's this magical ring's ability. I take it you're interested by the look on your face. I can't say I'm surprised. Truthfully, I don't want to give up this ring. It's become quite precious to me. But I'm desperate. I usually barter random goods at different shops until I can eventually afford some substantial livestock. Cows and boars, animals of that nature. But for a ring like this, such fine craftsmanship, such useful abilities, I'm not willing to trade this for some mere animals. I want something more. I want you. What's that look for? You seem rather surprised. Allow me to explain myself. I am a creature of the night, a vampire specifically. For years I have lived peacefully, traveling from town to town, selling off the various materials and gems I've found along my journey. I'd always use the money I've earned to purchase livestock, as I said. They sustain me. Their blood allows me to continue on with my life without having to harm the humans whom I do business with. But tonight is a very special night. It's a blood moon out there, and I need something more. I need to feast on a human as I once did. I offer you this ring, something men would pay thousands and thousands of gold coins for, and in exchange, I ask that you allow me to feed on you. I'll be gentle. I know most humans have never experienced a vampire bite, at least not many who can live to tell the tale. But I'm not like most vampires. I have no wish to kill nor to turn you. I simply can't resist it on a night like tonight, so I'm trying to ask as civilly as I possibly can. May I use you to feed in exchange for this ring and the magic within it? Did you not hear me? This ring is worth thousands of gold coins. All I ask is to feed on you for 2 minutes, maybe even less, and after that, you walk away with a magical ring that'll make you rich, and I walk away with a full stomach. You have nothing to lose in this deal, so please just say yes. Listen here, I'm making you a fine deal, and if you choose to reject it, I'll be forced to take what I want and to keep the ring for myself. How does that sound? I strongly suggest that you take the deal if you know what's good for you, and do not even think about screaming right now. If you try to alert any of the townspeople, I'll have you drained before a single person can get through that door. So what do you say? The ring for your blood. That is my offer. I'm glad you've had a change of heart. I promise you, it won't be so bad. Are you ready? How do you feel? I told you it wouldn't be so bad. A little pinch at first, but then you're filled with a warm, comforting feeling. My bite becomes relaxing. It feels good, does it not? taste so delicious. I haven't had human blood in far too long. It's so much sweeter than I remember. Or perhaps that's just you. I suppose it's time to stop. I don't want to drain too much blood from you after all. I promise not to kill you, and I plan to keep that promise. Here, your magical ring. Why am I laughing? I was half afraid you'd figure it out once I mentioned the blood moon, but I suppose you aren't too familiar with vampires. See, during a blood moon, our powers are increased significantly. We're able to do things which we'd never be able to do any other time of the year. We can even turn invisible for a bit of time. Don't hate me too much. It's a lovely ring. Just happens to not be the magical one that I mentioned. Regardless, it was a pleasure doing business with you. Goodbye, love. For now, at least.